The woman throws expensive clothes on the floor, grabs a cheap life jacket, and stuffs it into the suitcase. Then, she fastens the buckles and ties 2 very tight knots. Shortly after, she walks toward the sea without looking back, wanting to cross the entire ocean with this small suitcase. The woman checks the suitcase's buoyancy, ensuring that the life jacket and the suitcase together can support her. Then, she climbs on top of it with great confidence. However, she underestimated her own weight and the suitcase sinks. But the woman still refuses to give up and wants to try one more time. As a result, the suitcase tosses her into the sea. Overcome by the failure, the woman breaks down. She beats the life jacket, wanting only to escape that deserted island. Otherwise, her life will be at risk. After calming down for a while, the woman drags a piece of tarp into the forest, uses a stick to poke holes in it, and then ties it with a rope and belts, securing it firmly to the tree. Looking up at the tall coconut tree, she gives a bitter, helpless smile. Since she cannot escape, now she can only hope that by living up high, she can evade the attack of that mysterious island monster. However, as night falls, strange sounds reach her ears. The sound of thunder in the sky also rattles the woman's nerves. She pokes her head out and looks around but finds nothing. Suddenly, she thinks she is just being overly sensitive. However, as she lies back down, roars come from beneath her hammock. She begins to pant nervously, praying to the heavens that the monster won't find her. Fortunately, the frightening sounds fade into the distance. The woman manages to escape unharmed. The next day, the woman sits on the beach thinking about how to escape the deserted island. She no longer wants to live through these days of terror. Right at that moment, she notices a lifeboat appearing in the distance. Filled with joy, she swims toward the boat. When the woman reaches the lifeboat, she is surprised to discover that lying inside are her boyfriend and her best friend, from whom she had been separated during the shipwreck. She hurries to bring them both back to the camp and then packs various supplies, wanting to use the lifeboat to head out to sea as soon as possible and escape that island. But her boyfriend and friend had been adrift at sea for a long time, and now that they have finally reached dry land, they no longer want to go back to the ocean. So, they reject the idea of leaving and even say they want to live on the island long term. The woman explains that there is a mysterious man-eating creature on that deserted island, but her boyfriend thinks she is hallucinating from being too afraid of being alone, and he even yells at her. Her boyfriend's attitude saddens her. The woman wades into the ocean, trying to calm down and think of a way to convince her boyfriend and friend. But while she is consumed by anxiety, the boyfriend and friend stroll along the beach, completely ignoring her warnings. Left with no choice, the woman returns to the camp to pack her supplies for departure. Since her boyfriend and friend refuse to believe her, she decides to leave alone. She grabs the box full of food and water and circles around to the other side of the forest. Seizing the moment while the two in the distance aren't paying attention, she slowly pushes the lifeboat toward the sea. The woman's movements are extremely careful, and her boyfriend and friend don't notice a thing. However, just as she is about to enter the water, the two in the distance suddenly turn their heads and spot the woman stealing the lifeboat. Immediately, they sprint towards her. Seeing that she has been discovered, the woman scrambles to get into the boat. But at that exact moment, the boyfriend reaches her and grabs her forcefully, while the friend tightly holds onto her legs to prevent her from leaving. In a moment of desperation, she kicks the friend away and then forcefully breaks free from her boyfriend's grip. The woman ends up falling into the sea and passes out. The boyfriend and the friend tie the woman to a tree, saying it was a massive betrayal for her to try to sneak away. However, they will very soon pay a terrible price for their actions.